So today's question is page 41 of Design Graphics and Design and Communications. All right. So we have the red box and we have our image here, plan of an object. Plan of a cone, altitude 70. So this is a cone. It has altitude 70 in elevation. Also shown as point P, okay, on the cone surface. A sphere which rests in a horizontal plane touches the cone at point P. So basically we have another object to draw in, and it's a sphere, and it's going to touch point P, and it rests in a horizontal plane, which is the XY axis. So up here in elevation, it's resting on the ground and touching P. Draw the plan and elevation of the two solids in contact. Okay, so that's not too bad. We have our XY line, we have our plan, we have our radius, we have point P. Let's get that bit in first though. Here's my X and my Y. I'm gonna pop in for the cone. Keep it just a bit to the left here. I'm gonna do a light line down the middle there because I know the axis of the cone is gonna be up here somewhere in a few minutes. I have the size of the cone, and it's giving me a radius of 60. Alright, or a radius I should say of 30 because the diameter is 60. Apologies on that one. So radius of 30. Now it doesn't tell us how far down to put the cone. I'm just bringing it the usual 10. Alright, I'm going to do that circle light, but there is an object in contact with it up here, so I'm assuming some of this is going to go dotted in a while. There is my circle. I'm going to just do a little horizontal line passing through here, through the center, because on this center line, this horizontal line, it has point P, so 21 out from the center. There is point P, that dot there, okay? Now, I'm going to bring up the two outsides, left and the right. I'm not going to bring up P just yet. It tells me in the question the altitude of this cone is 70 millimeters. So the apex is 70 off the ground. Call that O. The center here is O. Join this. The bottom. This. The bottom. There is my cone. Alright, that's just the plan elevation. Finally, we're going to bring up point P. So I'm going to send that up. Nice and light. It's hitting the external generator. So this external generator, the reason I know it stops on the external generator is because it sits on this horizontal line which passes through the middle. So if we're thinking of shadowing and we look in from here, we can't see anything behind this extreme generator here, which passes through O center. So if you have something sitting on that extreme generator, it goes on the outside of our shape. Alright, now it tells us here we have a sphere touching the horizontal, so we have it touching this somewhere, and it also makes contact with P, but we don't know the size of it, okay? Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to, quite simply, perpendicular from P, or from the edge of the cone I should say, through P, we're going to go out. Because if a sphere touches at a point, it makes a 90 degrees to it. It goes perpendicular to it. And same with the ground. It'll go 90 degrees off the ground to come up to it. So we're going to go sliding set squares. So I'm going to get my angle here, the edge of the cone. Slide it back a slight bit. Remember, now sliding set squares, keeping one steady. I'm going to take my other set square, bring it around. Here's my 90 degree here. From P, I'm going to send it out nice and light. Don't exactly know where it is, but it's going to be on here somewhere. Alright, this will be an easier one to do now. And finally, we know it touches the ground. Alright, so with a circle, it's going to be tangential to here and tangential to here. We want to find where it lands. So the easiest thing to do here now is bisect this angle. The angle the cone makes with the XY line, the horizontal plane. I'm going to bisect that angle. So compass, any radius, swing it around. You don't have to, but I always do it just for safety. Make it a little bit bigger than the radius you're on. Put the steel now where the radius hits the cone. Swing it out. Put the steel where the radius hits the XY line, which is the horizontal plane. Swing it out. We have an estimate. We're going to take point of contact between the edge of the cone and the ground. So that bisecting point to the X. Alright. Turn dead on it there. And light line up. Where they make contact here, that is the center of our sphere. Alright? So compass there, stretched out to P. And you can heavy this in now. Alright, that is our circle with its radius. Now, all we need to do is drop it into the plan. So, extend out, because this sphere is making contact here at P, we know its center, it's going to be in line with this horizontal line, the extreme generator. So all you do then is take the center point here of our sphere, drop it down where it makes contact there with the horizontal line which passes through, so it belongs to the extreme generator as such. Passes through. That is the center of O. Have its radius already up here. Steel in the center, extend it out to radius we had. Put the steel back here and swing our circle. Alright, last but not least, we go back to the cone, plan of the cone, and we're going to redraw this, and we're going to heavy bit we can see, and we're going to dotted line the inside there, as we know it's underneath, it's hidden underneath. Okay, that is page 41, and that will be, the question is figure 3.7. Okay, so that's all the information we're looking for and needing to get that question complete.